I'm glad that you are joining me this evening on my live. And if you happen to be watching later, I'm glad that you are joining me on the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on, say hi in the comments, tell me where you are watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas, and it is a hot one today. It got up to about 104, and it felt like 107 or Satan's armpit outside. Once again, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. I am using a StreamYard this evening, so I am live in 3 locations this evening. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I am live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private crafty group, the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab. If you haven't joined, type group in the comments and I will send you that link. I tell you that I'm using StreamYard and I'm live in 3 locations because I want to let you know that if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that viewer may be watching and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're in my private group, you're watching, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name and pic. That way you show up under your profile name in my comments and not just Facebook user, and then I know who to say hi to. Speaking of saying hi, I can see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, and we will see who hops on as we go along. So with that, actually, I wanted to let you know that I got a few things in the mail today. So look, I have the June Creative Kickstart transfers in my hot little hands. So I have the Etched bugs. Oops. And I also have the Explore, Dream, and Discover. I see Bonita just hopped on. Hello. She says she didn't get the ability to allow StreamYard permission. Is it did you click the link in the description of the video? You showed up as your, under your name. So either you're watching from my biz page or you did it correctly. I don't know. Facebook is kind of weird these days, so I apologize. But again, I have the Explore, Dream, Discover. I also have the Etched bugs. I'm excited to use everything except the beetle. I haven't quite figured out a project for the beetle yet. And then I also received the Creative Kickstart palette pack, which contains 6 colors. So I have papaya, eucalyptus, shimmer harvest, ocean mist, raspberry sorbet, and black velvet. So these are available on my chalk site at Robin's Egg Blue Creation. No, chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. You can purchase them at retail, but you can also earn them for free. So stay tuned to the end of the video and I will let you know how you can get them for free. Anita's saying she couldn't see the link. Maybe I could have done it wrong. I was actually ahead of myself, so I did it last night and I could have very easily screwed it up. So let's check. Let's see. Oh, I can't tell. I don't know. Let me see. Bear with me as I check on this. I'm live in all those places. Oh, I have to be in my group. Huh. Oh no, it's well, I can see it on mine. It says if I'm going live using StreamYard before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard. If you're in the If you're in the crafty group, the link is in the description of the video. It's the link at the very bottom of the description. Jason says, remind me to tell you my idea for the beetle. I will. Ah, Bonita, that's a good idea. Halloween bottle for the beetle. Good stinking, my friend. Especially for the stink bug. It's kind of what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera over so you can see what I have. So this is kind of a continuation of the watercolor project that we did the other night with the etched butterflies. This is Heidi Bostic's idea from DIY with Heidi. She originated this idea. She originally used it on this etched sunflower, so that's what we're going to do this evening. I just rated my stash, and as you can see, this is about one of 5,264 unfinished projects that I have in my stash, but we are going to fix that. So I don't want this image on the Shadowbox anymore. I made it last maybe 2 summers ago with one of the Club Couture transfers. I was going to fill it full of some cute little kid sunglasses for a Shadowbox for summer, but as you can tell, yet again, I did not get something finished. But with the magic of Chalk Couture, we are going to remove this so that we can use this for the etched sunflower. So I'm just going to let that sit aside for a little bit. I just sprayed some water on it. So tonight we're going to be using the etched sunflower. This is back in stock. I'm pretty sure it came back in stock last Thursday. So this is a silkscreen reusable transfer. It has a sticky adhesive on the back. It is reusable about 8 to 12 times. Because of that, I want to write on the back side either the name of the transfer or just write back on it. That way, when I am done cleaning the transfer and I'm ready to dry it and store it, I know that the transfer goes on this side of the backer sheet, not this side of the backer sheet. So I have my transfer. I have either a plastic baggie, or tonight I'm using a sheet protector. I have 2 pieces of 8x8 watercolor paper, just in case I mess up the first one. I have my water bottle, and then I have bark paste, colonial blue, pesto, or you could even substitute meadow, and I have bumblebee. So I have already put these in my little color trays. I just got a bit out with a stir stick. I've sprayed a tad bit of water in each one. I have, just to kind of water them down a bit. I watered them down, I think, a bit too much last week, so I haven't added as much water. Stirred them around so that they were a bit thinner in consistency. And now let's go back to this. So the magic of Chalk Couture is that if you design on a chalkboard, if you design on glass, if you design on some metals, the design is removable. The chalk paste is water soluble, so it does reconstitute when it's wet, which means I can move the paste when it's wet. So I'm kind of blending it all together. I've sprayed it. It's reconstituting, so it's soft again. So I can just take a paste scraper, I think I had one in my stash, an old debit card, credit card, gift card will work. Even those brown scrapers that you get in your Pampered Chef. I don't know if they still put those in there, but when you used to buy the stoneware from Pampered Chef, they'd give you a little brown scraper. That would work great too. So you just want to scrape that paste, and then it is completely removable off of most chalkboards, most glass, and most metals. There may be some slight staining on the metal, but for the most part, the design will come off. And that was the premise of Chalk Couture in its beginning, was that you invest in these high quality chalkboards, and then you just redesign on them for the seasons and the holidays, and then all you have to store are the transfers and paste, and you just have 1 or 2 chalkboards. But it has since evolved, and you can chalk on so many things. So now this is ready for our watercolor paper when we are done. So I'm just going to put that to the side. And I'm going to bring in our baggie, or our sheet protector in this case. So for this watercolor technique, I'm just going to place the sheet protector on top of the transfer. And this does not have to be perfect, but I'm just going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to make some general outlines where I'm going to be putting my color. So this circle will be most of my brown, and then I'm just going to go around this area as kind of a general guideline. For where I want to watercolor. Heidi, when she was finished, she would flip her baggie over and put it on the paper. Therefore, to get it right, she flipped her baggie over and watercolored on this side so that when she flipped it, it would be right side. However, I'm going to put my watercolor paper down onto the baggie, so I don't need to reverse it. I don't think. Well, or do I? I do. I believe I do. So that leaf. Yeah, no, I don't. Yes, I do. I can't think that far. I think we'll be okay. I have flipped it. Okay, so this is just, so that leaf will be, nope, I don't think I want to. I do want to flip it. Never mind me. We'll figure it out. I flipped it. Okay, so I'm just going to take my paintbrushes in my watered down paste. So I know the brown is going to go into the center. So I'm just going to dab some brown paste there. And then we'll come in with the sunflower, with the bumblebee for the sunflower. And where the two colors meet, the paste will blend together. And you can put as little or as much as you want on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll be moving it around with water when we're finished. And then we're going to come in with the green or pesto or meadow, whichever color you prefer. And we're literally just painting it on this, whatever plastic surface you choose to use. You could even use one of the packages to your transfers. If you have a few of those extra laying around, I bet you could even use, if you have a package of the actual backer sheet, you could paint on the shiny surface of your backer sheet. I bet you could use parchment paper or wax paper. The nice thing with the plastic baggie or the sheet protector or the transfer package is that you can see through really well to draw around your image. Okay, so now we're going to come in with the colonial blue and we're going to go all the way, and I didn't really need to do all of that green. I probably should have moved my transfer down the sheet protector just to give myself a little more room up here. Oops, kind of. Again, not looking for perfection. I am going to come back in with this yellow though. Make sure I have a good coverage of the yellow. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is just gently spray it with some more water, just to kind of give the color some more movement opportunity. And then I'm going to take my watercolor paper and I'm going to put it face down on the sheet protector, and I'm just going to kind of squish it around and hope for the best. And as you can see, I didn't need to put any ink paste down here, but I did. So let's see what we ended up with. So there we go. Put that away before we could even, let's actually, while that's drying, I'm actually going to do it again. Since I have two. That way if I mess up, I already have one done. I'm just going to add in some more color. Jason says he really likes this technique. I wished I could say I came up with it, but it certainly is a lot of fun. Because you never come up with the same results twice. And if you don't like the results, you can obviously go back in and redo it. I'm going to try it without spraying any more water on it, and we'll see what happens. See what kind of image we're left with. If you don't like what you're left with, I kind of like that though. So we have kind of, this looks like the kind of the second generation image. So let's dry these, and they are, as you can see with this one, the more water you put on it, the more your paper will warp, but as it dries, it will flatten. So I'm just going to dry these. And the paper is starting to flatten itself back out. come over and dry this one. It's so weird to watch the paper flatten back out. While you're listening to me dry this would be a great opportunity to ask you to spread the chalk love. Hit those heart and thumbs up buttons. Tag your crafty friends. All of that fun stuff. Okay, I believe they are dry. So now we're going to bring in our transfer. And because we are working with paper, I'm going to scoop those up. I want to really fuzz this transfer really well. And what that means is I just want to put it on a terry cloth towel, your pants, your shirt. We just want to get a layer of lint on the back side so that we don't pull or stretch or distort the transfer as we pull it up. Also don't want those paper fibers sticking to the back of my transfer. Flatten my towel out. So I'm just fuzzing. I'm going to do it more than I think I should because I do not want it sticking to that watercolor paper. If they both end up turning out good, I'm going to have to go get another 8x8 Shadowbox if my favorite local hobby store still sells them. Okay, I'm going to do one more time. This one felt pretty sticky from the get-go. Okay. I'm just going to kind of place it where I think it might go. The nice thing is that you can kind of see through the transfer. So I can see where my yellow ends and my green begins. I did forget to link black ink in the cart link. So if you do check out all of the supplies that I used via that cart link, you may have to add black. I forgot. It's kind of, I actually was working ahead, which you would have thought I would make me a little more prepared, but I was wasn't my normal routine. So this is the black velvet. I'm just going to take a small squeegee and I'm going to add some black velvet to my squeegee, and then I'm just going to drag it down the silk screen areas, making sure I cover up all of those areas. And if I get it good enough, if I can scrape it fairly clean, I think I can lay it right back down on this second piece of paper without cleaning it, but I may clean it. We'll have to see. So I'm just scraping off the excess and I'm putting it back in my container. Oops. A couple of globs that I missed. evening out all of my squeegee lines because those will show. And then we're going to gently peel back the transfer. Hopefully the paper doesn't come with it, which it is. Booey. Okay. Hopefully we can salvage that. So I'm just going to peel it very gently away. I was able to peel that little piece of paper off. I just need to get where I can grab. Just carefully peeling. I want to try to pull up as straight toward the ceiling as I can. So if I peel back too far this way at a flat angle, then I'll end up distorting my transfer. So there's that sunflower. So flipping your sheet protector or baggie before you watercolor works great. So there's that one. And I think I'm going, just because it's very fine detail in the silkscreen, I am going to clean it. So what I'm going to do is bring in my water source, which it could be a tub like this. It could be a utility sink, or it could just be a spray bottle. I have a few paper fibers on the back, so I think it'd be a good idea to get all of that off and start fresh. So I'm just kind of scrubbing it chalk side down on the bottom of my tub. I'm going to bring in, Jason says beautiful, thank you. I'm going to bring in my board eraser. These not only work great to clean your chalkboards, but they work great to clean your transfers. And it's going to be kind of hard to see because my water's dirty, but I'm just kind of wiping off all that paste with my board eraser. So I'm getting all of that off. And don't be alarmed if the green part of your transfer stains. As long as you get the silk screen area clean, you're good. So I'm going to clean the back. And then put it on my towel and get this dirty water out of the way. Ooh, made a mess. Wipe away a lot of that water. I'm going to spray it down, just see if I can get some more of that black off. And then I'm going to hit the back side with a disinfecting wipe. And this will help get rid of all those little fuzzies that we put on earlier. And as you can see, it brings back the sticky because it was sticking to my hand. Let's get all those little things off. So as long as you get that silk screen clean, you're good. That's why I like to wash my transfers as soon as I'm done with them, because it's a little easier to clean everything out that way. Okay. So I'm just going to stick the transfer into the microfiber side of my towel. These fuzzing cloths have a terry cloth side and they have a microfiber side. And this microfiber side is great for drying silkscreen that transfers quickly. So did everyone have a great weekend? Feel free to tell me what you did in the comments. Just like that, it's mostly dry. I think the top side's a little wet, but okay. Well, I think we'll bring it back in, but I'm gonna fuzz it again. Just about forgot. Jason says he had a great weekend. He got to hang out with me. Oh, you're too sweet. We did have a good weekend. Tried to just stay inside and stay cool. Okay, so obviously I didn't fuzz it very well because it stuck to the top side of my paper, or it could have just caught the top side, maybe the cut edge of that paper where the fibers were exposed, and they have separated it that way. But I am going to fuzz. This will also kind of help dry the transfer a little more. Since I don't have to use the bottom part of the transfer, I'm just going to focus on this top part. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so let's bring in this one. I'm excited to see what this one looks like because it actually has, I don't know, there's just a different, it's just a different pattern. So I'm excited to see what that one looks like. Just trying to make sure I get it lined up fairly well. Got some. So I'm just going to try to burnish where the silk screen is and not worry so much about this outside portion. So I'm just going to get some more black paste and I'm just going to drag it down the silk screen area. So just making sure I get all of those areas covered. Then I'm going to go back and remove all of the excess. Like my finger. And now I will gently peel it off. Ta-da! I'm just going to lay that to the side. So there is that one. I don't know. I think I do like, I thought I was going to like this one better, but I think I like the one with more color. Although this one is still very pretty. So here we have A and we have B. Which one is your favorite? Left or right? So I'm just going to dry this one really quick. I think that's both. So let's move those out of the way. Let's bring in our Shadowbox. Bonita says B. I think I'll use them both. So this is just an 8x8 Shadowbox. So I took the backing off. And I'm just gonna pop. I'm gonna use A for today, and then I think I'm gonna go get another Shadowbox, and I'll use both. I'll have both of them available. So there is that in the Shadowbox, and I just had an idea as I was looking at both of these. Is I can go through my my fonts for numbers, and you could chalk the zip code 67401 or 67416, 67410. Any of the area local zip codes would be really cute chalked across the front. I may have to do that actually for each of these. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to have to do that on both of them. Yeah. So I will dig through my fonts, and I will chalk on the front of this Shadowbox my zip code, and I will post it in on my Facebook page. Cool. Let's see what number 2 looks, just for fun. Or B, letter B. Since they're easy to pop in and pop out. And if you're worried about your paper that's still slightly warped, you could put some glue dots or some sort of adhesive on the back and stick the paper to this back side. Here is Sunflower Bee. Super cute. You could also chalk the bandana on the front of this. I'm trying to think what else. B might look good in a black Shadowbox. You are correct. I wonder, I'll have to check and see if I may have one of those in my stash. But you are correct, Benita. I think B would look better in black. Good idea. You're just full of good ideas this evening. Let's put A back in here. And I will check my stash. And if not, I will check my local hobby store. See if they still carry these. And if they carry it in black. There we go. But I'm still going to chalk the zip code. I think that'll be cute. And it'll add a little bit more to the front of the Sure. Okie doke. Let's do a little bit of bookkeeping. So I just want to remind you that we still have the June Club Couture transfer available, the Live in the Sunshine. This is a DIY monthly subscription kit that gets delivered to your mailbox. It is $19.99 a month. There is a 3-month minimum commitment to join, but you can cancel at any time after that 3-month commitment. The only way to get this particular transfer is to either be a designer or a Club Couture member. As a Club Couture member, you get this transfer and then 3 paste singles in each DIY monthly kit. This month's colors are Couture Teal, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. You also, as a Club Couture member, get $5.99 flat rate shipping on all additional Chuck site orders. And as I alluded to at the beginning of the broadcast, we have 2 Creative Kickstart transfers and a Creative Kickstart palette pack available this month only while supplies last. Those are available for retail on my Chalk site, but you can also earn them for free. So if you spend $60, you can get the Explore, Dream, Discover transfer free. If you spend $80, then you can get both transfers for free. The palette pack is not available in the free promotion, but you can use the palette pack towards your $65 or $80 spend limit. So if you have any questions about, and I hopefully will be making a few projects with those, so stay tuned. Also, during June's Creative Kickstart month, Chalk Couture is offering a while supplies last, limited time, limited quantity Creative Kickstart designer kit for $59. That's $40 off the regular designer kit price. It is $200 worth of product for $59 this month only, while supplies last. They have a limited number. Once they sell all those, this promotion goes away. So if you have any more questions about the designership, you do not have to build your own team. You can be a designer to get wholesale prices for just to be a hobbyist. You can get wholesale pricing to make finished goods to sell. You can get wholesale prices to get the products to teach classes. And you can build your designership excuse me, by building your own team. Lots of ways and lots of opportunity. Excuse me, I got a tickle. Okie doke. So with that, I'm going to sign off for the evening. I appreciate you watching and tuning in this evening. I also appreciate those that tune in to the replay. Excuse me. I will be live again on Wednesday for a fun project that includes the I'm Outdoorsy, I Like to Drink on the Patio transfer. It is not in stock yet, but I've been itching to make this project, and I'm hoping it comes back in stock this week, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So make sure you tune in Wednesday at 7:15 Central Time. If not, you can always catch that one on the replay. But I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.